Alright, so this is how you would assemble it if you need to see that. So you have this hose, you have that. Make sure the hose is aligned with that piece of plastic, and push it on. You don't want to push it in sideways, you want to push it in perfectly straight on. Otherwise it's going to curl over like that and not come on all the way. As you can see, it won't go in right there because it's curled over. You want to pull it back and make sure it's perfectly straight on, so it will go on. Then you take this and squeeze it, push it on, and see if you can find the old groove that it goes in. Once it's in there, check it's tight, check that one, and the last one. They're all in there. Then you take this piece of metal, and you'll kind of want to bend it like that so it can fit in that groove and that groove at the same time. So you'll take it and you'll basically bend it like that so it can fit under these. You'll take your screwdriver, put it in the hole, and bend it like that so you can align it and put it in the right spot. As you can see, that one's aligned, and you'll do that for all of them to make sure they're all aligned. That one's aligned, and finally that one's also aligned. It is unplugged, by the way, if anyone's wondering. Alright, so to reinstall this, you'll want to center it as good as you can and look for the shaft, and it goes on. If you had trouble removing this, what you needed to do is pull it perfectly straight out. If you try to pull it from the side, it's going to lock on itself and not pull up. You need to pull it up from two sides, or try to pull it up perfectly straight up. Then you take your screw, put it in there, bolt, and start twisting it clockwise. Make sure you put it in straight, not diagonally, or else it won't go in properly and mess up the threads. It should be easy to do with your fingers. This one is a tiny bit hard, so I'm just gonna use the socket to make it easier. Alright, then you'll just switch the ratchet over to tightening. Press the button, push it in, and tighten it a good bit. If this was loose in the beginning and this was shaking up and down, that could have possibly let something go under it and get stuck. But yeah, just tighten it good, and finally you'll get this piece of plastic. I accidentally broke off one of the tabs. There's supposed to be 3. Broke off that one. Doesn't matter which way it goes. Just align these 2 tabs with these 2 holes. Well, you have 3, but broke one off. And push. That's it. Now, the shaking I'm going to do for another video when we finally get the parts. Now all you want to do is turn it on, and I'm just going to put it on speed wash, and just to test it. There's nothing in it. This is just to make sure everything is working fine.